you know, black people, we always complain. That's why I love verses like being in the cookout. They be like, Timbaland, get the sound right. Swiss, get the sound right. Get the sound right.
I used to see those comments.
I'm like, yo, bro, we ain't there.
Yeah.
Y'all just like, y'all typical black people, boy. Y'all love to hate. Then after the end, thank you, Tim. We love you for what you're doing. But you just cussed me out 2 seconds ago.
That's how it be.
I said, I just love our people because like we
honest, but we love you.
That's the thing about us. We teach you how to be hard. We teach you how to be stern. Because when we in them chats, boy, they make you be like, when we start getting anxious, I say, Swiss, just calm. Then Swiss will tell me, calm down. I tell Swiss, calm down. This is our people. This is black people. You know how we do.
We had to fight to get a meal, yeah, wrongfully accused. We had to fight to get appeals. That's why we right to get a deal. He on the team, he gotta eat, you know, despite the skills. Keep it riding for the fam, you gotta light the wheels straight up. Look in the past bad, work up in the trash bag. I'll pass a lot to take the test before I pass class. And my family needed bread, I had to come correct. That's why I keep airing it out like I just passed gas.
Hip Hop 50 is here. We're celebrating 50 years of hip hop, the #1 genre in all of music, and we're talking about the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce a true musical genius, a producer extraordinaire, and one of the most influential figures in hip hop and R&B, and that's in the world. He's worked with some of the biggest names in the music industry, the Justin Timberlakes of the world, the Missy Elliott's of the world, and has been responsible for creating some of the most iconic tracks of our time. His unique sound, unmatched creativity, and unparalleled talent have made him a force to be reckoned with in the music industry, and some would say in all of culture. Please welcome the one and only Timbaland.
That was a good answer. That was
You
good.
like that?
That was great. That's nice.
So when you get, what's that award they give, the Icon Award? And,
Yeah, I guess so.
you know, life's
What, life achievement?
life achievement. Just say, yo, like B Marsh got to introduce me,
yeah.
and I'll write 3 more paragraphs for you.
But it was like short and sweet, and it was like the right words, the right tone, and it was perfect. I'm like, oh, that was dope.
Did I miss anything?
I'm like, less is more. Like some words are like, is more elaborate. Like some of the words you said says 20 things, but it was just one word. So that's what I thought. I thought the way you said it was very eloquent.
If I could have added one thing, what would it have been?
A creative God. Like meaning like I create, if my back against the wall, I can create more avenues. A creator, people don't bet on enough creators. And I feel like we never stop. We always gonna show you what the world should be doing. And I feel like, you know, when you're back against the wall as a creator, as you was building this, you know what I'm saying, you thinking like people ain't seeing the vision, but you're a creator. You create the vision to make people see the vision. It's a little harder, but because who we are, we ain't gonna just sit on our ass and just,
Right.
we gonna show you the way and then gonna sell the company and gonna be like, told you so.
Right. So, you know, instead of me saying producer extraordinaire, I could have replaced that with just creative God, because producer just put you in a box.
Exactly. But I ain't mad at that box, because producing means I produce movies, I produce plays, I produce even talking engagements, which I'm doing something for, like Timbaland Presents, like this guy who speaks called Funny Salesman, where he sells. He's a door-to-door salesman.
He's awesome.
So I know what he is. So I see the vision. So I put my arms around him and I go out and do something different. So I go out and play music while he's selling the pitch. Just make it a party like how we doing here. So producing is like Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones produced Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Sanford and Son, all these other things.
Thriller, did he produce those?
He produced Thriller. So he just wasn't just a music producer. He was a producer of all things, from film to TV to actress to placing, to showing the world who the next biggest actor in the world, which was Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Quincy Jones did that. So I didn't look at it as a box. I take producing as a big thing, as part of creative. It's just another language. But creative sounds more broad than producing.
So Danie.
Yes.
So she don't like to be called Chef Danie because she's an entrepreneur, she's a songwriter, she's a chef for some of the biggest stars, you know, Pharrell, Oprah. And so I'm gonna say Danie. I'm not
Yes.
gonna put you in a box.
Danie the Great.
Yes, Danie the Great. And I love that because, you know, you said as a creative, we have to bet on ourselves. Like you said, I'm not mad at the box that I did use because it got me to the platform to get to different people. I was able to, you know, be in certain writing camps, and it's just a blessing, but it was all being a creative genius.
What's some of the projects you worked on? Can you say, are you allowed to say?
No, yeah, the last major project that I was in a writing camp for was actually Rihanna's project. Yeah, so it's not out yet.
So do you write? So
Yes,
you must be a great writer.
Yeah, I write.
I gotta hear you writing.
Yeah, so, you know, there's a lot of things going on. We got to
So
respect
check
that.
it out. So check it out. So I did this. So, you know, like by me being the creative of Versus, I created another show called Timbo Idol. So it's not Idol. It's called I Do
Oh.
with a microphone. And so I do it on TikTok, and I found some amazing people. So when you said you were a writer, I'm like, okay, well, I ain't seen you on the Idol. You know what I'm saying? Because I see everybody on the Idol. You know what I'm saying? Like at least I try to pick through the things because I'm picking people. So, you know, I'm just praying on it. When I pick people, I'm like, oh, this person's dope. So I've learned from doing that is so much talent in the world.
What we'll do later on, if you up to it, we'll create a song together.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you know, the best creation comes from when you think it can't be created.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Chef, like our script is like totally like ruined, right? Like we had a whole script and a whole running the show, but it's awesome because when you have a conversation, you just listen, it can go so many different ways. You know what I mean? But we really wanted to start off and highlight hip hop. This is 50th anniversary, and I don't want to put you in a box because you participate in all genres.
Yeah.
But when you hear hip hop, like what is hip hop?
Hip hop it's a good virus that took over the world. It took over every genre, from rock to classical to opera to even Middle Eastern, where people want to add hip hop influence because it was so much of the culture. And first it started as hip hop to hippie, then it branched on to be what it is today. There's no such thing as rock pop. You have to really say hip hop, pop rock. Post Malone, that's hip hop. That's hip hop influence. It's rock. It's what he do, but it's hip hop. The beat undertone is hip hop. It's just what it is. You don't hear no live rock drums. You don't hear that. You don't hear that like back in the day with Metallica. You don't hear that. It's all digital machines, Fruity Loops, all these different dials of these kids using, and it's just what it is. So hip hop it's been a virus that people try to ignore, but you infect it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's how I look at it.
Now, I know you said you're always like thinking future Tim. So when you first came out, I know like, your first major project that came out was Pony?
You know what?
With Genuine?
I say the first record I came out with, Pony was actually 8 years old before it came out.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. It was 8 years old. Music is like wine, baby.
Huh, age of
Sometimes you
time.
you can set it in a barrel, and it don't necessarily got to be birthed at that certain time. So when people say, "Oh, I did this a year ago," I'll say, "And the world ain't really hear it." Pony was done 8 years ago, and the first record that got us popping was "If Your Girl Only Knew," Aaliyah, and then Pony came right after that. But it was still bubbling underneath because people was like, well, who is this guy in this rodeo, this black guy? Then all of a sudden, it just started to grow. You know, people, because my sound was so different. So, you know, anything that's different, people don't understand. They're going to always question it. So I went through that for a while. But at least I had a great, at the time, management team like that really fought at that moment was Black Ground that Aaliyah was signed to that really fought for my sound. So I can't, you know, Barry Hankinson believed in my sound, you know what I'm saying? And Missy Elliott. Missy really believed. She was the number one who believed in Timbaland, period. That's why I'm here today. But for us, like that sound, like going to radio, he was the guy. Like, you crazy? This guy he the new guy.
Right.
The radio, I don't know, we don't play. This is weird. This is that. But he fought for it. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't know, and he believed. So I thank God for having a person in place to fight for my sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because your sound is definitely unique. I know growing up, you and Missy, man, y'all was just like a force to be reckoned with. How's y'all relationship now?
It's the same. I feel like I just told her that, like, you know, for her birthday, I would like to drop at least 2 songs or an album if we can do it, depending on her.
Finally.
Yes.
Depending, like, I know the style. Like now, I know the direction, and it's like, you know, it's all about God's timing. She's out doing shows. She got a couple shows coming up. I think she's doing Lovers and Friends Festival, and she's doing like a headline in this new place in LA. So I would love to drop some around her birthday, which is in July.
I'm telling you, whoa, that is sick. She's been teasing us though. She came out with, you know, featuring with Fly Girl, with Flo out in London, and I think that collaboration with them was amazing because, you know,
the girl group.
Yeah, the girl group.
She did.
Yeah.
See, I ain't know.
Yeah. So she has, you know, if you're a fly girl, get your nails done, get your pedicure, get your hair
hear
done.
that.
Yo, it's amazing because not only did they sample her voice on the song, but she actually appears in the video too. So
I'm gonna tell you who Missy that I like. It's 2 people that I think that I would love to see Missy work with. I got this new guy from Mississippi that I think is amazing, that I would love to see Missy work with. So,
You gonna say his name?
can we hear?
because I just, you know what I'm saying, his name is DeMonte. You know what I'm saying? Like his name is, but you know what I'm saying, I don't know if that's his artist name, so I just said, but his real name is DeMonte. So, but.
Okay, I was about to say, are you gatekeeping or?
No, he from Mississippi. No, I ain't gatekeeping, but, and then I say the other person is Brent Fire.
Oh.
So Brent got this song that he sampled a Missy record and he left Missy on the hook, and I said, yo, I almost was in tears because it felt like I was listening to Static again.
I love
And it was like, oh snap. It's crazy how music evolves and there's somebody just like you, have the same DNA, the same, like, you would think they was birthed at our time, but they not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What's Static?
Static wrote all the Leo record. Static was a group called Player. You ain't never heard a song called Cheers to You?
Yeah.
All that, it was a play.
Okay.
Static wrote, he wrote Lollipop with Lil Wayne, all that. Static was the best writer in the game before he passed.
Okay. So you're talking about best. Top 5 hip hop artists of all time. Top 10, excuse me. Cause you can go, you can go, your list can go
Yeah, you
long.
go deeper than that.
So I just want to go by like what changed my life. I can't go by nobody else because everybody got.
Yeah, your top 10.
Like I got to think that as a childhood, Slick Rick,
Okay.
Dougie Fresh, they changed my life. I started getting more into it. Rakim, who really set the bar high for me. I was like, oh, this bubblegum rap got to go. Then Big Daddy came, you know what I'm saying? Then I was like, for me, I was like, who is this? So rap started to elevate. Then came LL Cool J.
Okay, so
I'm
you
telling
have 4 right now, I believe.
So I'm just going through
Might be 5.
I'm going through my DJ career. I'm naming it from that perspective. And then it was Run DMC. Run DMC might have been before LL Cool J, right?
Okay.
Because Run DMC had a lot of records. They was popping. Now, if you want to talk about lyrics, I'm not going to go about, I'm going by what moved and changed lives. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Your criteria, I just
Yeah.
said top 10.
Yeah,
so you
so-
have 5 right now.
Then after that, like, I don't know. Then came DJ Premier and Guru. You know, then Wu-Tang, Method Man. Then came, I could say after that, came Fat Joe and Big Pun for me. But then I believe in Outkast, right? I'm just talking about people move, then Ludacris, because I was the one who found Ludacris.
Oh.
How you?
Yeah.
How
Whoa,
that
okay.
happen? Yeah.
We don't need that
What you
story. We
mean?
need that story.
Okay, like, because Ludacris was working in the radio station, and I was like, hey, ain't nobody sign you? Like, what's going on here? Like, you just, nah, man. Then he came down to Virginia and we did Fat Rabbit, and from there, like, labels started calling. He asked me one time, he said, would you sign to Def Jam or Elektra at the time? I said, man, you better go to Def Jam. And I didn't know how the business go. I wasn't trying to, I just backed him because I knew he was incredible. You know what I'm saying? So I put him as like on that list. DMX. I'm talking people that changed the direction of like the way people was moving.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's Fat Joe, Big Pun, they changed direction. Then you had, I said Outkast.
Anybody from Texas, anybody from Atlanta, anybody
Okay.
from the West Coast.
I would say UGK, 8 Ball, MJG. These people I won't say in my top 50, but Crucial Conflict kind of gave me the ear to listen to different type of music. But they didn't have enough, you know, whatever. I would say Bones, you know, Bone Thugs and Harmony. They had definitely NWA.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, Tribe Called Quest,
Yeah.
Yo.
NWA.
So basically what I hear you saying, this is impossible for you to give us your top 10.
I'm just giving you.
Because you ain't even go Jay-Z, you ain't go Biggie, you ain't go Tupac. You got even Kendrick Lamar out there right now.
Okay,
you got Wayne,
but I said not like, but you gotta say like, I'm going from the era of like just Jay-Z's #1 for me. And so I just I'm going, and Biggie and Jay and Nas are like the Three Musketeers. And Tupac. I would say if we had to the Mount Rushmore, I would have to put 5 because I had to put Jay-Z, Biggie, Tupac, Nas. Damn, you got to put 6.
It's impossible.
Snoop Dogg. Let's not forget. Eminem.
Oh.
Nas. I said Nas. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of people disrespect Eminem though.
You better not.
Well, there you
better
have it.
not.
Do not disrespect
He took hip hop
Eminem.
and made story like he, you know what I'm saying? It's what people do with the word hip hop and how you interpret it. So these people I'm naming like changed my life to get me to where I am today, to make me love music even more.
So I'm sure when you meet artists, like you already like look at them a different way, just like how you looking at these artists a different way,
Yeah.
separate from how everyone else is. So when you started working with Aaliyah, she was like, what, 16?
Mm-hmm.
So a 16-year-old, what was her work ethic like?
She was dope. What you mean? She
No,
was a
no, like,
wolf.
you know, like
I mean,
just-
she was trained by like, you know, R. Kelly. Like she been around a goat. So I'm taking and the funniest thing when I took on a place, I guess I came into that situation as a horse with blinders. I didn't even see R. Kelly. I didn't even think about his work. I didn't even think about nothing. I just said, yo, this is my time to shine.
So let's go to past and present. While Chef and DJ Khalid get the playlist together for past and present, this little segment we put together for you.
Let's go. That's what I love.
Top 5 artists today, like new era.
Well, Drake
Or just give me, and then also, go ahead.
Drake.
is like the president.
Okay.
You ever seen the Expendables? Where you had the old crew, Sylvester Stallone had the old crew, then it came the new crew. And Drake just like Flash Gordon. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, hey man, it's a different time. You know, like everybody, like he's doing things that we ain't never seen before. And the world just wouldn't accept back then, I don't think. He loves on everybody. Back then we was competition heavy. You know, it's always strategies, it was chess moves. You don't have too many collaboration Jay-Z albums, do you? How many Drake albums you got?
Yeah. Well, you had
R. Kelly.
You know,
You know, you had
that
that
went
one,
left.
which was it was a good album, but you know what happened in the facts. I mean, that's what happened.
No,
the
I'm
music
talking
was
about-
great.
Yeah, but I'm
and
talking
then
about the tour.
then it went sideways.
What happened on the tour?
I wasn't there. I just heard.
What happened?
I don't know. I just heard that he got different. R. Kelly's different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every artist is like the presidents, man. They're
I know.
different. I don't know. R. Kelly didn't want to come out the dressing room. That's what I heard. He thought somebody had a gun in there. I don't know. So I don't want to speculate on something from the past and start telling present stories.
Okay, let's get back to it. Well, on the show, I'm known to get messy
And I like that. And I can correct the messiness.
He like, reel that back.
So I don't know. Cause I'm like, oh, you talking about, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well,
I wasn't
can't
there.
talk about the past in the present. Because I
Right.
might make up something that's not, might be real.
Right. What's Drake's genius?
He know human behavior. He know y'all young generation of women. He know it like to a T. He know the conversation they have. He know what they want to hear. And it's just like he has, the beauty that he has is his tone. As soon as he get on anything, it just sounds great. You know, and that's the thing that Jay-Z has. When Jay-Z rap, you don't never be bored. You always smiling. It does something to your endorphins and you don't realize it. Drake has the same thing, that a beat could be boom, 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 boom. Drake, Danie, man, you just be jamming. I'm like, you know, hey, that beat ain't got no beat in it. Right? But you jam into it, right? So that means it's the power of the tone. You hypnotize. That's like when you see people say, breathe. There's certain people that can talk to you and calm you down. That's a gift. And I think that he's very smart, he's very witty. If you don't get bothered by the he say, she say, he will never respond. And if you have that attitude with everything, you'll win. He has a good way of not entertaining bull crap to make you not, you just don't, you know, like he might got caught a character maybe with the push and all that stuff. And
Push
Yeah.
me.
He was the
Pushing
same.
me.
but that's 2 out
Yeah.
of 30, 20, some out his whole career.
Jay-Z
Exactly.
the same way.
Maybe Jay had one
Nas.
whole career.
Give us a Jay-Z story, like something like that, like where it was like he just blew your mind.
Okay. Oh man, it's too many.
Give us one you never told before.
I don't know, man. I think the first one, how I met him, was when we did Jigga What, Jigga Who. He had this concept in his head, and he's doing the flow. I said, do the flow again? And I ain't hear the lyrics. Then I said, give me 2 minutes. Went behind the keyboard, did the beat. He was like, then he said, no, if you can make the beat, don't finish your sentence. I got you.
You said that.
Yeah. And I did the boom, boom. He was like, I said, let me change it up. I got you. Now that I look back at it, it was me and him playing chess, mind chess. Because Jay-Z's a very intelligent, he's a prophet. When we did Picasso, it wasn't that at first. It was all about the Jewish culture and every culture. It was some other stuff. Like I was looking at this dude, and then he had a friend that came in that was Jewish. He had some couple people came, and they was looking at him like, wow. And with Jigga What, the first time I see somebody take all that information and don't write nothing down.
Yeah.
He just constantly just shake his head, be like, all right, I'm ready. He kind of like changed my life when it came to like rapping. I couldn't do no mediocre rappers no more. I couldn't.
Right.
Like I couldn't. I said, man, you can't go from this to goddamn.
Nah, everything's elevated now.
Because I got a little bougie. I was like, oh man, I can't. I just did. Do you hear this? So when I did Nas, I was like, oh, okay, all right now. I said, okay, this is intense, but Jay is special.
When you see artists actually write stuff down, do you look at them sideways?
No, because now they write on their phone, which I'm like, damn, that's crazy. They writing their notes. And they go in the booth. I'm like, how do you see these little ass? And then maybe because I wear glasses, so it's like, I'm like, man, he went from paper to your phone. Then some of them do it like Thug will do 5 songs in an hour, and you won't hear nothing. Young Thug. And I done seen some amazing things from these young kids versus what I seen with Jay. Like Thug made me look, I said, okay, this boy different.
Free him.
Free Thug. That boy different. Now I thought Jay was different. That boy different. Like the piece line by line, him and his engineer go in the booth, put the headphones on, and you don't hear nothing. We just be talking. Then they come out, that song done, that song done, that song. I'll be like. So, but Jay kind of was like, he was giving you, that's Young Thug, so I'm comparing to, I'm gonna go back to Jay, but the difference is, remember Jay put out a book called Decoded? Mm-hmm. That's really him. Like, Jay is like,
I read that.
Jay is the book of Eli.
Oh.
It's hard for me. He's just like walking with Moses in the desert. He's a prophet.
No, when you said that, it's just like, you know, he was leading the culture.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he? He was doing. He was
but
goddamn.
he still is too.
Yeah, he still is.
But it's like he's trying to take us to some like elevation.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's like a prophet. Think deeper. If you get to a certain line in life, expand that line.
Yeah.
He's giving you tools.
Hearing you talk about Jay-Z, and you know, obviously I'm wearing him on my shirt. He's the GOAT to me. Just makes me think, how much did we miss? You talk about Decoded, right? Even Harvard did a case study on Decoded and Jay-Z. And that's why I read the book. But it's like, when you listen to his songs, how many like jewels did we miss?
Oh, you missed a lot. I told you the book of Eli.
Yeah.
I told you that. It's like verse, chapter 1, New Testament this, Old Testament that.
All right, so we're gonna dive into some of your songs that you have produced. And, you know, after we're done like playing a little clip, I just wanna know, like, what was your like thought process? Was there something funny that happened?
First thing that come to mind.
Okay.
Yeah, just I hear that and like, damn, that just brought me back.
I could do that all day.
Hold on, first off, can you look in the camera and say, I give Brandon Marshall, I Am Athlete, and Danie rights for these 15-second clips.
Oh, that's right. They get all the rights.
I don't want no copyright, bro.
B-Boy, he get all the rights. Daddy, look.
15 seconds a song.
15 seconds. Go ahead. You better do
heard
it quick.
that.
You ready?
Yes.
What you do to get to me?
Cut.
What would you say?
What about it?
So, Ride and Try Again, I mean, it's one of my favorites of Aaliyah, so I'm just saying. What came to mind when you was producing that beat?
Oh man, Static wrote that record. Like, ain't nothing really come to mind. You know, I was in my zone. I was in my bag. That was just like another hit for me. And then when I found that bass line, it was like I was playing with this keyboard and it was a mistake. And my engineer Jimmy Douglas caught it. I said, Jimmy, did you catch that little rhythm? He said, I sure did. And so he caught it, played it back, and I just put the beat on it. I said, ooh, chop it right there. And then I was like, he chopped it right there, and it came in there. So me and Static always wrote, because Static wrote So Ancient, wrote a lot of Genuine records. He wrote Pony. So Static wrote the record, and the song was like, the first version was, you could be a fireman, a counselor, a lawyer too. So it was too like preachy, and then Barry was like, yo, you gotta make it more fun. So we just changed up the lyrics. Static had the hook, and we knew it was dope. Once we like changed last fast, like, oh, we could change the hook. So we didn't have to change the hook. So Static just changed the verse. It was just we knew what it was.
Yeah, you know it hit when you feel it.
But when Jay-Z came in the studio and he was like, oh my God, that's when I was like, oh yeah, we got one. But for us, it was more like,
we just did something good.
you know,
here.
we know it's good for us. We didn't know it was a hit. We just know that it was good for what we was doing. I know it was dope because the sound was dope. It was doing arpeggiation, and people weren't doing arpeggiation back then. So it was doing this kind of rhythm. And I was like, I said, did you catch that? Because I had missed it. But thank God my engineer caught it, because we would not hear that song today.
Oh wow, fire. Next song.
All right, you
Stop
cut.
it.
What we got, 15 seconds?
No, I'm trying to give you
No,
2 seconds.
2 seconds. He's like, I
I'm
know
trying
it.
to give you the clip so you can be like, ooh, well, you
They'll
ain't know.
come after us. That's already gonna have 1 million views.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's real quick. Okay, what's it, My Love?
My Love, yes.
That was like, I was just like Justin. It was the time where Justin was feeling, he know what he had to do. And that was just, we was in the flow of Future Sex Love Sound. That was probably like the 3rd song we did. Every song on that album we did like every day. It wasn't like we did 5 songs to get to that one song.
Okay.
Each song was done on a day.
I know with that song too, like when you made it, you didn't know that he was gonna slow that down. Like
I didn't know. And I want to credit my producer that I brought in. It was Danger who came up with that arpeggiation sound. Danger was a guy that I saw that was working construction, but had a musical talent. And so the thing about what Timbaland is, I bring producers and other writers and change lives. So Danger had that one sound, and I just had that beat, and it was like he kind of showed it to me, And we all walked in the room, was like, that's it. Then Justin just kept vibing to it, and here we are. My love.
Love it. Okay, next song, Kelly.
You can stop. That's Fade to Black. Y'all ain't got to tell you that story. The story was already told.
Exactly, you came into that one already,
So,
but
I mean, I
like
ain't
that
have
one's
to tell you
so
about
epic.
it. I mean, it was already camera written.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you ain't seen Fade to Black, I don't know what to tell you.
Go watch Fade to
I
Black.
can't tell you no more than what the
All
film
of y'all
clip
need to watch
showed
Fade to
you.
Black.
So I tell you, go watch Fade to Black if you want to know that story. That's like right there. That's magic captured in a room. Because everybody say, I want to see how it was. Well, if you want to know about that record, Fade to Black.
Right, there you go. All right, next one.
Low-key, I got a question for you. When you're making these beats, like for instance, the My Love record, right? Or like the more R&B beats, are you emotional with these beats? What I mean by that is just like, you know how artists come in, they feeling down, they like, oh, this is how I'm feeling. So are you like that when you producing the records too?
No, man, it's all about the feeling. I want to feel good. I want to feel goosebumps. Music got to make you feel like nothing else is around. Nothing else in the world matters. It's like you in your Lotus room. You know what I'm saying? Like you just in your one space. You understand? So it's like you bring the artist into the feeling. It's the feeling of the beat that makes you be. You know, music is a drug that we don't take. We just inhale. You know, and people don't realize it. They don't give it much credit. But guess what? You ain't gonna sit by the pool without playing music.
No.
It's a feeling that everybody wants. When you go on a vacation, what you playing? Music. When you got there and get a big check, what you playing? Music.
That's a great question. In sports, our coaches, right? Like there's some coaches, great coaches that meet their players where they at. Like Bill Belichick, this is where we at every day. So what I hear you saying is like you like Bill Belichick, where it's like, yo, I'm here. The frequency is here.
Exactly.
I'm not coming down because you feel down, and we going. But now it's time to create some.
No, we not doing.
We not doing.
We gonna
that.
stay up.
So you Bill Belichick.
Basically, I'm Bill Belichick. I'm goddamn Phil Jackson. I'm all of them. I'm the best coach in the world.
Yeah, but Bill Belichick and both win championships. Both are legends.
There
Bill
you go.
Belichick is like, this is how we ride,
Exactly.
and this is the frequency.
And I win championship. Every artist I win championship. Look at Bia. We winning the championship.
That's right.
We get like I don't care if I'm sitting down for 6 years. When the goddamn Phil Jackson get on the court and start writing out them plays for my players, we gonna win.
Right.
Okay. We going to the playoffs like LeBron. Like I don't care what's going on. We gonna be in this playoff. All right. I don't know if we gonna win, but we gonna be here. All right.
Right.
I don't see it. I got us. Now, I don't know how far we'll get, but we gonna get there. I come from it was all teamwork because it took all of us to make
Right,
a song.
and it's
But I
always-
didn't see that. I felt like I had to show up in order for my other team people to show up. You know what I'm saying? I had to set the energy right in the room. And you could be like this. Get the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, get up. What we doing? And it changes the energy. So I guess it's the same kind of analogy when it comes to like, sometimes it takes your spark to spark everybody up. But people don't understand passion. I look at people like they fears. Like Puff jumped off a ledge of a cliff. I'm like, you gotta understand who you dealing with. Like Puff is like he is the alpha of all alpha wolves.
I could agree.
Don't go work for the Diddy if you don't have wolf mentality. Don't go do it. Don't say this man this because he's not. He just know what
he
he
ain't
wants.
changing.
Exactly.
He ain't changing for you. You ask me for the opportunity.
What y'all got for the next song?
Get your freak on. Oh, Missy ain't like this song.
Oh, next.
She ain't like this song. And I told her like, are you crazy? This is it.
What didn't she like about
She
it?
was like, it won't the beat. She's like, I don't know. She just didn't feel it. Like she didn't think it was there. So when Nelly Furtado came in there, that's when Nelly was like big, fly like a bird. She came in the room, she's like, oh man, what is this? I want to get on this. And so she got on it and I was like, I told you, Miss, this thing hot. So Miss like, oh no. She kind of was on the fence. She knew it was hot, but she didn't want to admit that it was hot. You know what I'm saying? So once she did it, everybody like, Sylvia Rome came in the room. She like, girl, this is it, baby. Sylvia was like, Sylvia and Missy was like this. So she was like, having a CEO for your record label as a woman, that was Missy dream. So Sylvia was, oh my God, baby, we there. And it's like, I said, told you. That's why I was like, I told you, I be knowing. Like certain things I might don't know. Like, cause I ain't like 1 minute man. I thought that beat was trash.
Really?
That song.
I ain't really care for it.
Wow.
I was about to throw it away.
Dang.
So how did y'all push through?
Cause she was like, "You crazy?" She came and she heard. She said, "Oh, that's it, baby." But that was but that wasn't like Get Your Freak On though. Get Your Freak On, I knew. Then Sylvia was like, "This is the first single." I was like, "She's like, for real?" I said, "Tell her again, Sylvia."
So when you guys are in the studio, do you guys create a vibe? You have other people in the studio with you, or is just y'all two?
Well, Missy,
mainly?
I never seen Missy record. Like, Missy always kicked me out.
Oh wow.
She'll be in there when I'm doing the beat because she got to hear it, because she got to see the video, she got to see her stylist, she got to see all the whole vision. If she don't see the vision, I go through 100 beats for Missy say that's dope. She won't say something dope. She'd be like, okay, I like that one. But like back in the days, one computer where you can save, you had to cut off your keyboard and stuff back over. So for me, it was emotionally draining. But she had her own room, Studio C, like a smaller room. And Missy would go in there, she'd like the beat, she'd like, send the beat over. So it leaves me time to go back then. I'd go like, okay, perfect, I'm going to live. You know what I'm saying? Cause I knew that was my time. So that's when I was like, okay, that's when I started enjoying Miami. Cause I just stayed on my bus on the side of the studio.
Oh.
And just watch TV and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, I don't like this place. But then this place was corrupting. As I say, bump it, man. They keep kicking me out. I ain't got no choice but to go out. So I started going out. So I never like seen her, like she'll call me, come back to the studio, I need you now. So I'd be like, it's almost like police call, like duty work. You know what I mean? I got this hour off for these 2 hours. I need you back here now. All right, I'm coming back. Then she'll come back and play it. Then she invite Trina and all them over and they go crazy and I'm like sitting in the back like, you know, it's girls' night. And then like they start, you know, drinking like, oh, Missy, I'm like, oh.
So you brought up Missy earlier and you said you got it now. What is it? Like, can you tell us or we gotta wait?
For it's like the style?
Yeah, cause you said June.
Oh,
you wanna
I
do
got
something.
the style, you know, but I can explain the style, but you're not gonna understand it. I just have to show it to you.
Well, just try.
Well, I would love for you to explain it so when it does come out, like we could.
Yeah.
Oh, like the style, like, you know, like I've been like studying, like, I don't know if y'all studying Brazilian music.
Brazilian music?
The style she should do is Brazilian funk. Missy over that, cause I got the underground people that be doing the beat.
Do you have something that you can play from out? I
You
never
don't have
heard
something,
Brazilian.
they ain't up on something. I'm
yeah,
the young OG.
Yeah.
They not there yet.
But he said he might though. You got
He
something?
might, bro. I can play this record right now. You do not know, bro. You don't know.
You got
You
something?
don't know. Like I play the record. I'm about to
I
sample.
got some Brazilian music.
Yeah, put something on. Let me see.
Let me see if you really got it.
Yeah.
You don't know that Brazilian
let me
funk. Let
see
me
what
show
you
you,
think
man,
about
'cause
that.
you don't know. You don't know. Oh no, you don't know.
No.
You don't know.
Nope.
You don't know,
Okay.
nigga. You don't know nothing.
You don't know Nan.
No, you don't know. Let me show you, man. Let me show you what Brazilian funk is. Now this is Brazilian funk. No, this is a Brazilian funk song. But you know that part, right?
Yes.
This is a producer I got.
Okay.
So you know that, right? You feel it coming, don't you? Feel it building? You hear that? Then it go right here. Then it go right here. Then it go like this. So you feel like you're about to go like this? Now think about Missy. Put them in the piece. Put the bit. Then that's it.
Hey.
That's it. I like her over there. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's done. I'm like, oh, that's it. That's it. So I go get the yo. I see it. I see it. Clear. I see it. Okay. I had to like, yo, this is what I'm
Tim's like,
for.
no one's doing Brazilian funk. So
Nobody
like,
doing like the funk
yeah.
because it's underground, right? It's like, but it's blowing up, and it's so funny because Sonny Skrillex, that's his name. His real name is Sonny. So Skrillex is over there right now, and he called me FaceTime. And he played me some music. I said, see, that lets you know me and you on the same wavelength. And I told him, I said, imagine Missy doing that. He was like, oh my God. I said, yes. It's gonna make her fresh. It's gonna make her young. It's gonna fit the whole thing. And it's her type of vibe. And it's fast. And the beats changes. I just played the beginning, but when you hear that thing on the speakers,
Oh, there's different
Okay, so let me ask you this
transitions,
question because
alright.
we got like some breaking news, some jewels happening right now. Where's Missy's place in hip hop?
As a woman,
Hip hop.
she's up. She's in the top 5. She's in, as a woman. Like that's the thing. We always keep naming men, but she's like one of the top 5. And Queen Latifah. Like I think it's like you got to put them in the, like I guess you got to say men, women.
Yes.
But I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to put it. I don't want to just
you
do
got to
them.
mix them up.
I
Then
just
well,
want
I
to carve
can't.
out.
You know what? That's a good ass question because then we should mix it up because it should be Queen Latifah, Missy, Salt and Pepper. You know, MC Light. Let's just be real. Like, and that's funny we don't say that, and I'm glad you say that. So we need to like meet maybe top 15 because it's really more than that.
Yeah.
She's quiet. Missy's a Cancer, so she's very. She plans everything. She's the most, between her and Beyonce might be the most hardest working women I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Ain't nobody, like Beyonce, oh no. Yeah, it's a reason why Jay.
Have you done a track with Beyonce?
Come on, bruh.
Did
Are you serious? Like, come on,
you got on your playlist? You got on your playlist?
I'm
Drunk in
gonna take a
Love.
sip on that.
Oh, you did Drunk in Love?
Yeah,
Drunk in
Petition,
Love.
all that. Come on, man.
Partition was so epic.
I'm the king. The king did stuff
Partition
for Elton
was.
John. What are you talking about?
Oh, so you the king. So you number 1 top 5
Well,
producers?
first of all,
Ain't
he's
nobody.
he's
Like,
a
ain't
creative
nobody,
god.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, for it's like stepping in everybody like lane and get it up. Ain't nobody seeing me. Between me and Pharrell, we like the tops. And I would say Kanye too. Like it's really like we the 3 musketeers. Cause we really like Kanye
push
took
back
it to
on
his
you.
way. You know, I did the strong, I helped him with the drum, but he's a king when it comes to like slicing them beats. We all 3 musketeers. And all of us changed the logistics of the world and how people move. And that's the whole, you can't say, and I'll say Swiss. Swiss came in, so it's like 4. Like Swiss, when he came in, bang, bang, he changed the whole rhythm of how we was moving. He brought the edge back. When I was putting too much pop, he like, y'all going too soft. Bam, bam, bam. And when me and Pharrell were doing all that, like Swiss came in like, no, we gotta go back here. And then Kanye said, no, we really gotta go here. So it was kind of like a rotating cycle of us just like challenging each other, like, nah, we're gonna make our favorite artists move this way.
If we had to put one old school in there though, that's why I say I'm gonna push back on you because Quincy, you brought him up earlier.
Oh, Quincy's the GOAT. He's a goddamn, he's
I wouldn't
Zeus.
say he's the, it could be the GOAT. He could be the GOAT.
Zeus is, Quincy Jones is Zeus. This is what it is. He did Frank Sinatra, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Like,
like
it don't
you.
get no better. I did it my way. It don't get no better. Like, what are we talking about? Like, hush.
Next song. How many more songs we
They
got?
just want to talk about nice question. I just
more
want to talk
songs,
about
4,
I put
5
my
more.
hair. What the other one song with palm in my hair? I'm saying the
I
wrong words,
did it
but Prince of
my
Bel Air. Come on, man. We talking about Quincy Jones. First, hold on. Oh, you talking about beer? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what that is.
Who's this?
Bia.
It's Bia.
From
So-
London, right?
No. Bia, Bia is the artist.
Yeah.
No,
That's
she's
new.
weird.
She new.
No, she's new.
She
The
from
light skinned
Boston.
girl, you got the diamond chains.
No,
she
she has
Boston.
a song London, but she's not from London.
No.
Oh, I thought she was from
No,
London.
she from Boston. So look,
Oh,
Okay,
I
so-
thought Bia cute too.
see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? But look, check it out. So this is my analogy on that. I am Oreo cookies. All I did is make the thin version. So Oreo's been around since we were kids, right? Mm-hmm. But how did they revamp themselves? When they said, people, this part of the marketing say, man, our cookie brand ain't moving, and what? Somebody said, hey, let's just make a thin version. Somebody said, that's stupid. That ain't gonna work. You just cut it in half, and guess what? It became the new shit. Every kid in the studio got the thin Oreo cookie.
I do love the thin Oreo cookies.
Okay.
I do.
So that is the thin version. Like, She's a Bitch was the original Oreo. That's the thin Oreo. And you love it. Because you.
What's her
are Oreo.
upside? What's her upside? Because like I see her, I see her as an artist, and to me, when I say artist, it's like you can't just, you got to be able to do everything. You got to have a look. You got to
No,
be
you don't,
the
man.
swag.
This is new generation. You
She got a look though. She ain't got a
Yeah,
look.
but it's all about, like, today is like girls getting, like Rihanna grabbing all these young girls and being Fenty models. It's like you could do so much more than just music. And that's why you might have these girls only, like Cardi, she might put out 1 or 2, but Cardi is a brand.
Is that Bia?
No, B is a brand too.
That's
All
what I
these
mean. What's
girls-
her upside?
Yeah, so the upside is the brand, the lipstick model, Sephora, all that shit. All you need is a hit to go behind it. The music accelerates everything.
Yeah.
So use that as a platform.
Yeah, so people that might not, like back in the days, people just focus on their album and stuff like that. I think music is like the bridge to get more things.
Let's bring in some food. We like to break bread on the show. It's our way of giving flowers. So Chef Danie, what did you prepare for us today?
So we have some lobster rolls. It has caviar on it and gold.
I'll do the caviar, but I'm
And we have some Cajun kettle chips.
You're so amazing. I love it.
You're
Did we get a
welcome.
shot of this? Chef, what did you say when we first started working together? It's like I'm not cooking for somebody. It's like you do it. You create experiences.
Yes, I like creating experiences. So like right now, this represents to me, we outside.
Right.
We outside, we some bougie motherfuckers. I'm sorry. Like that's just what it is.
Right.
So I love caviar, I love gold, and I love me some lobster. It just represents what season we're in right now, and that's pretty much the experience I was trying to give today. Like with music, it's
I don't
again
like no caviar,
soundtracks.
but you gonna make me try a little bit of beads.
Chef, you're phenomenal.
Your
So
lobster
today
is
right now you're a chef.
Thank you.
What you say?
The lobster is crazy.
Thank you.
Well, you know we still on camera. Go like no.
Yeah, you got gold. You got some gold.
He didn't forget we was on
Hey,
camera.
you see Sanford and Son? All right, then. All right, don't you understand?
I love it. That's what I love.
Act like you
We
know.
black, you know what I'm saying?
Act like
Don't
you
you
know.
Man, this is real good, Chef.
Yay, so glad you like it.
But tee up that next song though.
Well, that was a run.
Yeah.
That song was dope.
No, that song, like, I'm telling you, just it sounded so futuristic at the time it came out. Like it was just completely different.
That's how I was thinking. I was like, yo, let's get him something different. We was in our zone. Future Sex Love Sound was already out. We was on tour. We had some days off.
I just feel like for 50, this was a completely like different track at that time, and I saw him differently when that song came out.
You know what's so funny? I showed him, I believe 50 might said, nah, but I think I did show him Say Something Beat first. Not, because we did AL Technology in Miami, but I remember in LA, I remember I showed him Say Something Beat. That's a beat I did with Drake.
You know who you are. You're not a coach. You're not a producer. Like if I'm talking about executives, industries. You're a tech guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like over there with Elon Musk, the Steve Jobs of
Exactly.
the world. You supposed to be in Silicon Valley. That just hit me. Talk about futuristic.
I'm very much a tech guy. I use what we have and make profit from it.
No, it's like you. Even like Kanye's here too. It's like y'all not trying to live in this world. Y'all trying to reshape the world.
Basically.
They're not trying, they're actually doing.
Facts.
That's why I love what Kanye do. It's like I have the vision in my mind. Kanye actually does it. Like he came on stage with the mask with the spikes. Like he was already like on some American Horror way before people was there. You know, like he saw other things and brought it to life. You know what I'm saying? So
Is he gonna be okay?
what you mean? What's wrong with him?
I love that response.
What's wrong with him?
I love that response.
You know, there's a big question right now. Can he survive? You know, this past year, 2022.
What do you mean?
You know, his stance on the industry, the Jewish community. You know, he upset a lot of communities, right? And even our community, we need to celebrate Black excellence, right? But I am concerned, you know, for Kanye, and I want him to win because he is a genius and he can make the world better, and he has made the world better. But 2022 was tough for him.
So if you're concerned, what are you doing to help him? What are we doing as a community to help him besides bash him?
I think for me, it's that. It's not bashing him. It's approaching from
If we show
away from
celebration,
curiosity.
so if we stop talking about, is he okay? They say, yo, he's okay. Sometimes people need to hear love and compassion. We know what's going on. He know what's going on. He's a genius. But if we like, yo, Kanye music was dope. Sometimes you can transform a person's mind by you keep telling them that it's unhealthy, but it's healthy to get him back on the right track. Because he can look at it one way and be like, damn, man, these people want to see me win versus to see me lose. You know what I'm saying? And I think the problem with our community is we say one thing, but we don't forgive. I was talking about something yesterday, and I'm saying on this show, and I know people are like, blah. I was saying, yo, Bill Cosby. Everybody like, well, wait a minute. I said, hold on. I'm not gonna take away from the art that Bill Cosby done, his talent, how it raised me in my childhood. I said, that's the problem. Don't say one thing and bash and throw somebody under the bus and just kill them because of something he made a mistake and y'all understand. They put it on a front street. We all make mistakes. Just ours ain't on public street. But the problem is once it gets so like public, we all
Viral.
all that shit, and then we throw the bricks and stones at people.
I feel like Ye is having a human experience like we all do. And sometimes when you take some time to sit back, reflect back, you're gonna come back better. And the reason why you're gonna come back better is because what Kanye has is not something that is on him, is in him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
And what's wrong with him venting what he feel at the moment?
yeah, no, exactly. It's just like sometimes people just, a lot of genius get misunderstood a lot. And I do believe he's a genius. I cooked for him before. Being in his presence, I've seen I've seen some
different.
stuff, and he's just a different human
He's
being.
very different.
He's a different human
And
being.
you can't figure that out. You just gotta love what you love about him and separate all the other stuff and just try to be there for him.
Yeah.
That's why I love Consequence. Consequence, his man.
Mm-hmm.
Cons rode with him through thick and thin. And that really speaks to me because it's like, some things I know he might don't understand, but because that's my man, I love him because he changed my life. And so when people talk about, I was telling my man Brooklyn Johnny, when we were talking about Bill Cosby, I was like, if you done something because of what you done for me, so I'm supposed to change on you and forget about what you done for my life because you got something going on now? No, bruh. I just gotta get bashed. I gotta bear the cross with you. Because I'm not gonna forget what you done for me and just throw you under the bus. I'm gonna be like, yo, man, I can't rock with that. And if you ask me to rock with it and it's against my principle and my values, I'm not gonna rock with it. But I'm not gonna not disassociate myself from you either.
So,
you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what a lot of people, what we do is we take the craft like R. Kelly. But you got this man kissing a boy on TV because the parents said so. Cause the parents said something about them girls, right? We got the video. We see the
See the text
information.
messages
So
and
it's
all
like
that
you're
stuff,
like, come on, man, you can't call the kettle black. We gotta kind of like, because people say what verses. So verses, you know, R. Kelly. People like, oh man, we can't. I was like, well, that's the problem, man. Like, how can one person be great and all of a sudden he's just not great no more? I don't understand that. Like, I just don't. I'm like, well, we talking about music, bro. We talking about forgiveness. We talking about have a heart. But we just want to just throw people, kill them if they do one thing. And I'm like,
so what I hear you saying is you can separate,
yeah,
The
like
art.
you can separate the art from the person.
yeah.
Do you have compassion and understanding because of your human experience, right? That's what you said. You know, for me, the same thing. Like I spent 3 months in an outpatient program. We share something in common, that's wellness, your transformation over the last 10 years. You know, you're a champion of mental health. And I feel like that may be one of the reasons why you can relate to people like myself.
Did you know I was a drug addict?
I did not know that.
I was on Oxycontin. I just take 160 milligrams a day. There's people I know that died. Chris Cornell, who died. And I was taking it, all started from a dentist with Vicodin. It was my way of escape. I kept it to myself, dealt with it. My queen, she was a part of the whole journey. One thing God showed me through that whole journey is willpower. And when he come to speak, I listen. I didn't go to a doctor to wean off. I did it with the grace of God. Just taking a pill, taking a bite out, going through the withdrawal system, and never had a relapse. I go back to that because God showed me that, yo, what I plant in you is your sheer will. And I want you to recognize that if you want something done, don't look for a handout, go do it yourself. I guided you, I gave you the tools to wean off this drug, but it was you, with your will, to say, I want off. I just said, as I approach 50, I wanted to be That's the age of like being a man. That's like your real manhood. Like I just like my dad had 2 strokes, just had a stroke. God blessed him. He don't really have too many, functionality, just the speech, and he's going through therapy now. And it made me just go back and look at my bloodline. It's like, let me just see what ailments I have as I get older. As I look in the mirror, I know that I wasn't meant to be fat. And I ain't nothing wrong with that, but I just know that I always saw the Incredibles. How the Incredibles look, I just saw me like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, every time I'm like, man, I gotta look like that. This don't look like the Incredibles, look like the unacceptable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was always like, that's a look perspective, that's a vanity, right? But for like the inside, there's certain things that I just felt like being on hard opioids, I need to correct certain things. Now I can't prevent what God got planned for me. Death is inevitable, you know what I'm saying? But he does give you the tools to better yourself, to live a nice, healthy life. And I started to get more engaged in like the functionalities of inside that we can't see.
Are you more passionate about wellness or creativity?
Wellness now, both. It's like a 50-50. Creativity pushes your passion to go to be well, and wellness helps you be more creative.
Mm-hmm. Unlock your full potential.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a balance. I finally found balance. And if I don't work out, I don't feel right. My brain ain't functioning. My creativity ain't flowing right. And I want to thank my girl Michelle, my queen that's over there. It was really her that said, always a woman that's always like giving you the tips to where to go. So she was like, working out, you should work out. And I really took it serious. But the key thing, what I always say, you have to be willing to receive that. I can't really, I thank her for giving the message, but she was just a messenger. God used her to be the messenger. But if I didn't follow, the message wouldn't have went through. I thank God for giving me the mindset to listen.
It's always a queen in the back. It's always a queen in the back
Facts.
moving the chessboard.
Fact. A queen moved my whole life. That was Missy Elliott, and now her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you think about it, in chess, the queen protects the king. That's how you don't get checkmate.
Yeah.
Facts.
So what was you thinking when you created Verses? Let's get into some business talking. Let's spend some time here, and then we let you go. Be respectful of your time, but we gotta.
Verses.
While we have you, we gotta talk about Verses. And Chef, you said something interesting because we were talking about the creative process, and it was like the pandemic. That it was created in the pandemic, right?
Yeah, like the pandemic was real crazy because we was like stuck in the house for a little bit,
A little bit.
I know, a lot of bit. But how was that thought process? You and Swiss, like I know you was trying to get entertainment out there to people still, like, but what was the like Kickstarter of it? Like,
I mean,
what was that conversation like?
Me and Swiss we did it live at Hot 97 Summer Jams. We had this idea of we both doing this album versus like he do his side, I do my side, which we still gonna do. When the pandemic happened, it was fun. It was like everybody stuck at home. It's like everybody calling each other. We know like ain't nobody busy. And then I called him one day. I said, yo man, remember that thing we was gonna do? Well, we versus it, we should do that right now. And what sparked that off, I gotta give it to D Nice. D Nice kind of sparked me to do that.
Oh my goodness.
Cause D Nice had the DJ and everybody was on his thing, and everybody, we was like, it was a mood. I was like, what can I do what could I do to contribute to this moment?
That's right. Imagine how many things was created by watching D Nice. Like everybody's like, damn, what can I do like this? Right? So D Nice, salute.
He did
Club
that.
Quarantine was crazy.
What?
That was crazy.
What?
Yeah, Club Quarantine
Still
was
crazy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, legendary.
That was the whole thing. And I told Swiss, let's do what we did when we in New York, let's do it now. He's like, you wanna do it now? I said, yeah, we ain't got nothing else to do. He said, all right, give me an hour. He go, and then all we had was 30,000 people, but that 30,000 reached millions.
Everyone was sharing
And then
it.
Hit Boy and Boy Wonder did it, and Boy Wonder kept telling, say it with your chest, say it with your chest, telling Hit Boy and all this, and then it just, after that, we was like, yo, we need to trademark this, we need to do this, we need to do that, and we just took it as a business because we use the platform on your phone to create your own platform. What do people do every day?
They be on their phone.
All right, then.
Oh, little tech guy,
Yeah, exactly.
little Steve Jobs. I'm
No,
gonna call you
but-
Steve
You
Jobs.
dang on right. I'm gonna use your platform to get 100, 200 million. You understand me? Because you already charged me $730. I said, that ain't gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? But you build it, I understand the math. Like TikTok, I see, I understand it. But I'm like, damn, they built this powerful ass play. I see why America want to ban it, because this thing is powerful.
Exactly.
But they 70-30 split. And I be getting a lot of gifts up and I say, but you know what? The youth is on here. I'm gonna use these platforms to build what I wanna build. And then go build it, because it takes time to build tech. It takes about a year. It's like building a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, to build it right, because you're gonna go through eras where people, oh, this ain't functioning. You know how, black people, we always complain. That's why I love versus like being in the cookout. They be like, Timbaland, get the sound right. Swiss, get the sound right. Get the sound right.
I used to see those comments.
I'm like, yo, bro, we ain't there. Yeah. Y'all just like, y'all typical black people, boy. Y'all love to hate. Then after the end, thank you, Tim. We love you for what you're doing. But you just cussed me out 2 seconds ago.
That's how it be.
I said, I just love our people, because it's like,
We honest, but we love you.
yeah. It's like, yo, why you complaining? Like, do you complain at your pick? You know what? I look at this like a family reunion. Grandma, why grandma ain't cook the rolls? Why auntie cook the rolls? It's that same thing. But you gonna eat it though.
Exactly.
But I know that we built something special, regardless if you complain or not. Who else doing it? Shut up.
So
Who else giving you entertainment? Shut up. Eat that chicken wing. Shut up. Stop complaining who cooked it.
Honestly, that's how it was. Like, we were just ready.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm
we
like,
had nothing else to do.
when it gonna
We was
start?
there.
Shut up. Go eat some Twinkies. Do something. That's the thing about us. We teach you how to be hard. We teach you how to be stern. We teach you how to take it on the chin and keep moving. Because when we in them chats, boy, to make you be like, we start getting anxious. I say, Swiss, it's calm. And Swiss will tell me, calm down. I tell Swiss, calm down. This is our people. This is black people. You know how we do.
I want to highlight Beat Club real quick before we go. You brought up Danger earlier, and you said you pretty much discovered me as a construction. He's working construction. Like, you have a knack for lifting as you climb. So, like, explain what Beat Club is, because to me it's the same. Like, Beat Club is the same thing you did with Danger.
It's the Amazon of Beats. It's a store where I go. I'm curating. You ain't go. It's like everything when you go on YouTube. Everybody say I got a J Cole type beat. But guess what? I'm going through it with my other producers that I respect, a part of my platform that has equity, that are shareholders, and we curate it and give it. If you're an artist to write, we're gonna tell you, hey, yo, this, I think you write dope to this beat. This is a young guy, and it's putting young people on the map that never would know how to get to that point. Because as creators and producers, we very isolated. We very introverts. So I'm trying to be in the vessel to bring out these people. And that's why I look at it. It's a store where you go to buy beats. And I tell people, I say, look, artists don't value production the way they used to value it. And because they looking at themselves as a brand. So guess what? When people used to ask me about tags, I think tags are important, but it's about the right tag. Like, Metro Boomin wants some more. Nigga. It's like, his name is perfect. Weezy out of here. Take Key, fuck that shit. It's like those things you remember. I told Turbo, I said, Turbo, yo, should be a race car. Run that shit back, Turbo. That should be on that's a video game. That's a character.
Oh, so you help them create that?
Yeah, I tell people my ideas. I say, yo, your tag is everything. Your tag is chips, it's candy, everything. Turbo, you should goddamn be exhaust. Run that back, Turbo. Goddamn, some auto store should be calling you. Your tag is everything, because you can't sell a beat.
I look at you like, of course, you pioneer so many things. Everything you do is like classic. Nothing is like trendy that you come out with. So how do you feel about like the music? There's a lot of music out here that is here today and it's definitely gonna die tomorrow.
I love it because music is about playlists now.
Okay.
I love making my playlist. I don't care about it. Because guess what? They don't die tomorrow. Those artists still do shows in their own world. The thing about it is there's no superstars today. It's all stars. Everybody's a star in their own right because you have social media.
No, for
you don't
sure.
You don't have to be the brightest star, but you a star. If you selling out shows in your community, you a star in your community. Today I think it's about merging what people they see up and coming. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. It ain't like, that's a superstar.
Yeah,
back in the day.
pandemonium stuff.
It ain't that. It's like, Yo, it's like connecting with your community. It's like your community collide with this community. It's like the Barbs with the Beehives. SZA only had 2 albums, now she's selling out shows.
Yeah.
Which back in the day would have took us 5 albums to sell out a show. Come on now. Things are different today. It's all about your community and who rock with you. It's solidifying that and just going with that. If you get 1,000 people that pay you $11,000, what is that? You don't need no more.
Steve Jobs.
All you need is 1,000 people. If you get $10,000 for 1,000 people, what is that? I ain't good at math, so you tell me the math.
What was it?
No,
What you
I'm
said?
saying
Let me pull up the
$10,000 for
$10,000 for what?
For 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that's so easy.
It's a milli.
That's 100,000. That's $1 million. That's $1 million. That's
Yeah,
$1
that's
million.
$1 million.
You can do that all the
Hold
time.
on, let me make sure. Hold on.
I believe it's $1 million though.
No, that's 10 million.
There you go.
Shit.
Yeah, we gotta be right.
Okay, so that's way more than what we thought.
Yeah. I said 100,000. You said $1 million.
So that's $10 million. That's $10 million.
Wow.
Bro, like, if you look at like a lot of like what you
Wow.
doing, earn your leisure, all these things, these challenges. Y'all are stars.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gotta be singing music to be a star. But like, earn your leisure. I'm an athlete. That's Star Podcast.
No,
What's our tag? What's our tag?
You gotta figure that out. I'm gonna help you figure that out.
Well, what we gonna do?
Well, how about this?
Yeah,
Do you have a theme beat for your show?
we do.
Well, why don't you let Timbo do it and my crew? Then maybe we can start a tag.
There you
Do
go.
it.
There you go.
Make a beat right now. Let's do it right
There
now. This
you
beat
go.
club. We doing it.
There you go.
All right, let's see if we can do it right now.
You do beats? Let me come on there and help you out.
All right.
All right, while they doing that,
Yeah.
while they doing that, look, this concludes an amazing conversation with a legendary Timbaland, Timbo, from his insight from business to tech to music. This was a life-changing, ever-changing conversation. Tim has given us a glimpse into the mind of a true genius, not musical genius, but genius. We are grateful for the time he spent with us on this show today. Hopefully, there's a lot of takeaways for y'all. Tim, I want to say thank you for sharing your knowledge.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
your
Thank you. I'm on the side by the DJ. I know you can't see me.
Love you so much, brother, and your passion with us today. But we about to cook up something right now.
We had to fight to get a meal. Yeah, wrongfully accused. We had to fight to get the pills. That's why we write to get a deal. He on the team, he gotta eat, you know. Despite the skills, keep it riding for the fam. You gotta light the wheels straight up. Look in the past bag, work up in the trash bag. I'll pass a lot to take the test before I pass class. Yeah, and my family needed bread. I had to come correct. That's why I keep airing it out like I just passed gas.